Uh, why? What do you mean get to drinking, boy? Besmirch the. What are you on about? Oh, music. Hi. Also, real quick. First of all, chugging. Let's see. That's one, two, three chugs, right? Yes, three chugs. So, cheers, everyone. I need to get y'all some background music. And since we're gonna be talking and working on a little bit of maybe some D&D related content, why don't we get some fantasy music? And hope that it's copyright free. Let's see. You know what? It's fine if it's not copyright free. I'll just suffer. Oh, loud. Holy shit. All right. There we go. Something like that sounds good. All right. Cheers to the second hydration. And cheers to the last hydration. Ah, there we are. Anyways, welcome on in, Lost Rain, Fu, Terradito, Sarah, and Blue Enfield. Yes, hello, fellow white-haired, blue-colored old person. Alright, this seems to be a good volume for music. And, oh yeah, of course, before I forget, behold, the world's 9th greatest detective and independent investigator. It is I, Osian Whitlock, at your service. Today, we are working. That's the main point. We can also chat. I have quite a lot that I want to chat about. I feel like it's already been a while since we've spoken, even though, well, I guess I haven't streamed this week, like, at all. So, it has actually been a little bit. I'm gonna turn down the music just ever so slightly. So, first of all, yes, I won't... I mean, I've been alluding to it a lot recently. What I'm working on right now is D&D. Specifically, the remains of what was once Nexus D&D. You can expect content from it very, very soon, which is also why I have been so fucking hard at work at it this week. I think every single possible moment I can be working on it, I have been. I'm talking, I am waking up early to do it. I'm waking up 7 a.m., starting to work on it, going to my detective duties, going home, working on it until midnight, going to sleep, waking up, repeat the process. Some days I've been forgetting to eat. Oh yeah, that was a thing? And, well, it's going to be a thing. I think it's more accurate to say I don't have a date for when it's actually going to be something that you guys can experience. Because at first it's going to be recorded and edited down. I don't know how long the editing process is going to take. But the recording is happening in 2 days. It is happening on Saturday. So I'm literally doing the last minute preparations. So it's going to be happening very, very soon, which I'm just so fucking stoked about, y'all. I am just so incredibly ready to finally start this thing. Yeah, that was supposed to be a thing, and then, yeah, unfortunate things happened. I looked back at my notes and everything, and it was like, I remember I was already working on the project whenever the Nexus closure was announced. Like, that was already, like, 2 or 3 months into development on, like, planning everything, but then my life was busy, and then the other people's lives were busy, and I realized this would be so much easier if I were just doing as much of it as I possibly can myself. We all had a meeting together after the Nexus closure was announced. We're like, okay, what the fuck are we doing? And we decided we're gonna fucking wing it. We don't know. some months down the line and nothing was happening, and I realized I'm just gonna do this myself. I'm just gonna completely take over the project. So I did a sort of soft coup d'etat and said, I'm in charge of this. When I'm able to finally get this done, I'm going to. I can now finally get this done. I'm gonna be honest, I should have given myself more time to prepare, which I know sounds preposterous because I had a fucking year and a half, but I decided I'm going to keep procrastinating and putting things off unless I say this is when the first session is happening. So I said the first session is happening like 2 weeks after I get back from vacation. And we are now just about 2 weeks after I'm back from vacation, and I am scrambling. Except I actually was working on it during my vacation as well, and I was supposed to actually work on it more, but I ended up having too much fun over in England. Ended up keeping myself too occupied, like actually having a life. But it's okay, because now I'm back to not having a life, and that means I can just work, work, work. Yippee! My favorite. Dude, I'm just so excited. No, for real, sometimes you think X time is enough to write everything out. Nope, you were cocky. Oh, absolutely. 100 fucking %. And what's the main thing that's been taking up the bulk of my time, actually, is battle maps. Because I am making the battle maps myself. And turns out, while it's very, very fun, it's also quite time-consuming. The map. This, which actually, I'll go ahead and say that during this project, I have been getting some help from some artists to bring certain characters and creatures to life, and Fu here is one of them. So shout out to Fu, dude, the art. Fu cooked. Fu fucking cooked, y'all. Oh my lord. I am so happy about it. And just seeing it all come together now has just been so fucking rewarding. I will say, something that I actually had to change quite last minute. Okay, cheers. There we are. Some nice, refreshing H2O. But yes, so, something that I actually had to change last minute was the virtual tabletop, or VTT, that I'll be using for this. I was originally going to use a Chrome extension for D&D Beyond known as Above a VTT, but I'm gonna turn the music down again. But whenever I started actually getting into it, I realized I wasn't a big fan of the UI, and it wasn't very homebrew friendly. And I really needed to be homebrew friendly, so I'm actually going to go ahead and use the basic VTT that's already attached to D&D Beyond, the one that's officially made by WotC. And while it's very, very bare bones, I'm used to doing IRL D&D anyways. I'm not used to having things like, oh, this is dynamic lighting, and we have all these special effects, and we've got like the super interactive like environment. Like, no, for me, I'm used to making my battle maps using Jenga blocks and using dice as our minis, because we don't have minis. That's what I'm used to. So the fact that I even have battle maps, and the fact that I can even have Fog of War at all, is already a massive step up. So, fucking whatever. I'm just gonna use the bare bones system. And that's okay. I don't think that I need more than that. Now, some people might be like, oh, the production value on this is shit. But, alas, I don't care about what you think. I think it's going to come out great. I don't think my strong suits as a DM are going to come from, oh, I'm very technical. No. Fucking look. I'm sure as hell not technical. I'm an old-ass man who doesn't know how to do, like, technology. He's used to theater of the mind. This decorative mat thing is mind-blowing for him. Yeah, I'm 100%. I have run campaigns exclusively on theater of the mind before. I'm not used to having, like, whenever I've done online D&D in the past, it's almost always been theater of the mind. But obviously, I don't think that's going to make for the most entertaining content for you guys. So, that's why I am actually preparing battle maps, which is already a massive improvement. Which, dude, I think I've, like, unlocked a hidden talent I didn't know I had. The battle maps are coming out fan-fucking-tastic, y'all. Oh, shout out to Incarnate, by the way. That's what I'm using to make all the maps. And, I'm so excited. I'm ready for it. And that's why we've got some work to do today. This isn't just going to be a chatting stream. I do actually need to lock the fuck in and get some work done. So we are going to do that. Specifically, what I need to do here with y'all is I need to come up with some names. I think that's... Oh, I'm also going to be making one more battle map on stream, but you guys won't get to see it. Working to the detective's voice. And yeah, I absolutely want this to be like a work-along stream. So if any of y'all have anything to work on, which, Fu, I wonder if you have anything to work on. Sorry, the plague struck me for a moment. So if you guys have anything to work on, please, I invite you. This is a great opportunity. For now, I'm actually going to pull Incarnate up once again. And starts to make the next map. Dude, it genuinely brings your voice sound. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm pretty sure your battle map making skills are a result of what you've been playing on stream. I mean, I do play a lot of strategy games. Maybe that, like, impacts it. I've got the strategist mind. I'm like, what's an interesting map for strategy? I like to think that's the case. It's absolutely not the case. I'm probably dog shit at these maps, actually. In fact, if I look at it, it does definitely feel amateurish, I would say. But it's good enough for me, and that's cool. Let me pull this up. Okay, I'm actually gonna look something up for this battle map. Totally does strategy game players are the best battle map makers. I see. Maybe I do know a little bit of what I'm doing then. We're going to look up how long is a Spelljammer. I promise this is important. I need to know. Let's see. How long? I just need to know how long Oh, these are the big ones. I don't need a big one. I need a small... You know what? I'm just gonna look up how long is a galleon. The galleon ship. Wow, thanks. I look up how long is a galleon. The answer is large. Fucking thanks, Google. How long is a galleon in feet? 100 to 200 feet. Let's go with 130. What's 130 divided by 5? Come here, calculator. 130 divided by 5 is 26. So... Well, Google isn't technically wrong. Well, yeah, Google isn't fucking technically right now either. Lots of things are large. An elephant is large, but a fucking ship is bigger than an elephant. Okay, so if a galleon... Okay, now how wide is a galleon? How wide is a galleon in feet? 30 to 50 feet. We're going to make this... Well, I guess I don't need to worry too much about that. Custom. We're going to make this in total, if it is 26 feet or 26 tiles long, that is rows. Let's go with 30. And columns, we'll go with 30 as well. We'll make it a proper square. Like a square map. And now I just need to go on here. I know they have a ship available. I'm not going to make a whole ship from scratch because I don't feel like it. So we are going to... This actually barely doesn't fit. Whatever. I'll do it at a fucking angle so that way it does fit. There we go. And then now, loving this level of attention to details. Well, okay, to be fair, not everything's gonna have this level of attention to detail. Like, they're gonna be going through this, like, a building. It's like, oh, wow, this door is fucking 10 feet wide. That's crazy. Or, like, damn, why do they need that much space for the door? But fucking whatever. That's just what I put on the map that I thought looked cool, right? But at the very least, I don't want them to be like, this ship seems a little bit small. Because that would, for lack of a better term, piss me the fuck off. Not actually. Alright, so now we... Not like they notice it's exactly 10 feet. Well, on the VTT, there's a ruler, so I'm already anticipating it. Some of them are going to pull out the ruler and be like, it's interesting that this table is exactly 8.3 feet long. I've never seen a table quite that size before. Alright, let's get a background for this. Let's see, I actually have no idea if there's gonna be a good... Yeah, I have no idea if there's gonna be a good fit for what I need here. We're just gonna try. This one looks kind of cool. Do something like that. Mix in... Oh, that looks sick as hell. You'll get to see it. Actually, I was about to say on Saturday, but no, you won't necessarily. Let's see, are there any other things that look very... Because I'm basically just trying to create space. Adding all, like, a bunch of little lights and such. Oh, there we go. That's starting to look really cool, actually. Can I add more lights like that? There we are. And... Oh, I'd like to add, like, some clouds as well. If I could do something like that, that would look badass, I think. Is there a cloud thing on here, or am I gonna... Oh, there absolutely is. Perfect. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna make it a little opaque. Okay. I think that's looking pretty good, actually. My first thought was Cloud Strife. Am I cooked? Yeah, you actually are. I'm very sorry for your loss. I think I'm literally just gonna take this as it is. I think this is gonna be the entire thing. I'm not gonna think about it further. I'm gonna share this with you guys. Okay, if you're a player in Amber Guard... Oh, have I said Amber Guard yet on stream? Ah, fuck it. If you're a player in Amber Guard, leave now. That's a very funny way to accidentally reveal that. I actually don't know if that's the first time I've said that on stream, and I kind of don't care. Let's export this. So let's save and export. All right, I'm gonna assume there's no Amber Guard players here. Let's go ahead and take a little look-see at this. Oh, big. All right. So this is what I just prepared. It's simple, but it's exactly what I need it to be. I just need a ship out in the astral sea, and I think that looks spacey enough. I'm gonna be honest, good enough for me. So, I mean, unless any of y'all are like, oh, that looks fucking awful. Shout out to Incarnate for already having a ship, by the way. That just say, like, I thought I was gonna manually have to make a ship, and I was really not looking forward to that. Let's go ahead and save this. This is gonna be called, the name of the ship that I'm not gonna say. You've gotten enough spoilers out of me. Save and leave. And now I need a map of the interior of the ship. Oh, I need 2 more maps still, actually. It shouldn't be too bad. So I need another map. I'm gonna make I'm not gonna reveal the name of this. Okay, now I can delete all that. Take this. Is there like a copy button? No, but oh, that's good that it saved that information. Oh, I didn't want to have to recreate that. That's fucking huge for me. I also don't need this to be this big. So, can I resize this? I only need like, I don't know, maybe a 10 by 10 is fine. No, let's make it like a 12 by 12. Oh, I can manually type in the numbers. Beautiful. There we are. You can probably add random barrels and ropes to the deck and see if they get creative with them during combat or not. Dealer's choice. Oh, I froze apparently. Um, the good news for me is that on that, there's actually not going to be a need for that. I'm now going to grab this. Well, that sucks that there's not one that looks perfect for this, but that's okay. And I'm making sure this looks like that. All right, and then I'm gonna take that, put this over here. Actually, no, I don't like that. No, this one is, it's totally okay for this one in particular to be pretty bare bones. As well as this one that I'm making now that also is okay being pretty bare bones. So let's see. Maybe I do something like that. Perfect. And then I could add on some... See, what's hard is I like to, you know, talk about every little thing that I'm doing, but I also don't want to reveal anything. Like, I can't give you the spoilers quite yet. All right, let's see. Maybe I could add on... No, none of that. None of that. That doesn't look quite right. No, none of that. Add something like that looks good. Don't worry, you'll get to see. Yes, in due time, in due time. Oh, this is the area I really want to be around on here. Let's see, is there... I might just have to look up this other thing on its own. Oh, too big. There we go. That looks pretty good. Is there anything else I could add to that to really sell how this should look? No, I think I'm going to go ahead and start grabbing this other stuff that I need. He's redacted the redacted, so when they redacted, they realized, yes, that's exactly right. Oh, dude, this song's fire. What the hell? Dude, why is it popping off so much? All right, and then grab this as well. Yeah, that all looks pretty good so far. He beeped his beep and put a... Huh? Whatever fanfic you're writing, that, yeah, actually, that's exactly how it went down, and I'm encouraging this behavior. Go right ahead. This is true and real and factual. That looks bad. I'm gonna fix that. You grab some more of these, maybe. Oh, whoops. That looks silly. There we go. Alrighty, and then we're gonna add, I think, maybe some of this. No, not that. Maybe do it in this way. Oh, this one should probably be... Oh, wait, that looks so good. Okay. I think that's what we're gonna do. And then if I... Oh, hello, cat. Okay. Boo, since you're on the behind the scenes anyways, I'm gonna send you 2 pictures real quick. All right. Rika, welcome on. Oh, Rika, I can share this with you as well. Congrats. You get to be, or you're already somebody I've been coming to advice to. Oh, whoops. There we go. Want y'all to rate both of those that I just sent y'all. No, I think those look fire. I think those are really good. 10 out of 10 for both. Okay. Well, there we go. I'm only missing one map then. No, I'm making really good progress. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload both of these into the campaign thing. So let me go ahead and load into that real quick. So launch this. Oh, and I never actually tried this out. I'm gonna try something out real quick that you don't get to know yet. Oh wait, that actually came out looking great. Oh, dude. I think I have some secret talent for making maps. This is going fantastic. Okay. So we are going to Imagining having talent, shaking my head could not be me. I hate to be the one to break it to you, rebellious Ricardo, but you do in fact have talent. Mayhaps untapped, but it's there. And I would argue it's already been tapped into. Shout out to Hope posting. Anyways, we're going to upload these maps. That looks great. All right, what about tapping? Don't worry about it. Rebellious Ricardo, I wonder if I can pay myself so I can never hear that again. Oh, here, let me just ban you real quick. I'll do you a favor. There we are. Need to add that, add that. Can I change the order of these? Oh, I can't. That sucks. That's fine. Honestly? No. I do want to... It might honestly be okay for me to just use this battle map. Oh, I'm frozen apparently. Hello? Oh, there we go. Hi. I wonder if I could... I'm not going to worry about making the last one for now. I think this might be fine. I'm going to ask my consultants their opinions. In which case, I think we're good with battle maps. Dude, they all look... Oh, I'm so proud of what this is becoming already. I want this here. We're gonna take a quick break from it. I want this to become my next like magnum opus, so to speak. I feel like I just ended what's probably always going to be my magnum opus when it comes to D&D campaigns, but I want to see if I can rival it anyways. And speaking of finishing that campaign, I do want to talk about that because I mentioned it on Twitter, but I do want to elaborate on it a lot. I just finished. It's inaccurate to say a 9-year campaign because it was 3 campaigns in the same setting, and in total, those 3 campaigns came out to be 9 years, but it was all the same setting. That was all one overarching story that reused a lot of the same characters and players. So I don't have a problem calling it a 9-year campaign, but I think the longest of them was technically 4.5 years. I think there was one that was 4.5 years, one that was 3.5 years, and one that was 1 year. 9 years? How old is bro? Don't worry about it. So, yeah, it's just an absolutely incredible feat that I was able to pull off. And it just culminated in such a wonderful, amazing story that I honestly, I can't necessarily go into all of it, not because I'm not physically capable of. I definitely could, but because I don't think I could bring myself to share it. Like, that's a very personal story that I experienced with those people, and I think we all knew that something special just happened and ended whenever. So for stat blocks and such, I was using a laptop. And at the very end of the final session, I was describing the final moments of the campaign, and I closed the laptop. And that moment, I think, made everyone realize that it was actually over. And multiple of us just started bawling. Like, full on, we were a bunch of grown-ass men crying around this table. For the first few days after ending that campaign, it was genuinely like a part of, like, someone I knew had died. I was grieving. I lost a part of myself. It was... I'm going to say the laptop broke, this is better. No, it was a situation where that was the, like, oh, it's actually gone. It's over. We're not going to meet up for this campaign again. Like, oh, it was just something truly special. At the start, well, it was actually 2 sessions. It was both Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to like 9 p.m. both days. We went all fucking out. And at the start of Saturday's session, I did a full recap of all 3 of the campaigns, and it took over an hour to get through everything. I was just talking and, like, going through exposition for a fucking hour straight. Be like, oh, and these characters and those characters and this and that and that. And, oh, it was just so good. That's the stuff tabletop dreams are made of right there. And you're absolutely right. I am so fucking fortunate that I was able to experience all of that. And that's also exactly why I want to see if I can do it again. Maybe that's ambitious of me. Maybe I'm trying to, catch lightning in a bottle. But oh, hello. I'm frozen again. There we are. I genuinely think that if I put enough passion into this, I can make something really special. And that's the goal. And that's why I'm actually maybe a little bit going against some of the stuff that I had originally decided for this campaign. I wanted something that was very beginner friendly, casual friendly. I wanted like a more lighthearted, whimsical setting. And then I realized I wasn't as passionate about what I was creating, and I just couldn't have that. If I'm going into this campaign, I'm going to give it my fucking everything. So That's why I decided, fuck it, I'm making the exact world and exact story that I want to make, that I want to have these players experience. And you know what? I think it's going to be incredible. I've never been in a campaign that lasted. I've only been into D&D for about 3 years. Well, for your sake, I really hope that you're able to experience that someday. And you know what? I imagine now that I'm getting in the groove of online D&D, that I'm like planning for it, I might do a bunch of like one shots as well for people. So who knows? Maybe I can get you in a one shot or maybe a short campaign. I will say, maybe I'm already getting way too ambitious, but something I've considered is that the main players within this campaign I'm preparing for are all going to be a part of an adventuring guild together. That's what, like, that's the glue that holds all of them together. But I've considered running one shots for different players that aren't a part of that guild, but are set in the same world. So it'd be essentially like little off stories that help the world building. And if it was supposed to be lighthearted, I smashed that. See, that's the thing. I realized, no, I don't want it to be lighthearted, actually, which is exactly why I came to you. Because I knew that you could help my vision in what... Oh, there are certain things I just want to tell you about Fu, because I think you'd hear them and be like, oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. But no, I might run little side stories that are not, like... They're more so for world building purposes and expanding the world of Amberguard, which I said now. I can talk about Amberguard on stream now, I've decided. Even though maybe I shouldn't have. It's fine. It's fine. I have to start, like, teasing everything soon anyways. Go nuts. Brennan Lee Mulligan is DMing fucking 4 campaigns online right now or something, so it's humanly possible. Yeah, but that's also his job. That's not currently my... I mean, if I could get paid to do it, fuck yeah, I would do it. I fucking work a day job right now anyways, and I'm fucking getting ready to run 1 campaign. I was running 2. I'm about to be a player in 2 more. Like, I can definitely fucking devote myself to D&D full time. It's just a matter of, oh, I still need a place to live. Which, speaking of Brennan Lee Mulligan, it's actually my goal, my dream. Like, genuinely, one of my long-term goals is to one day have a video essay about my DMing style. To have somebody be like, oh yes, let's analyze what makes Osian W. Whitlock and the story of Amberguard particularly fascinating, and what he does in order to blank. Right? Oh, what he does to captivate his players, what he does to introduce world building in an interesting way. And I don't know if I'm good enough to do that right now. I don't know if that's something that somebody would even want to do based off of my current skill level, but that's where I want to be. And I want it to be that same fuck-ass facial expression that they put in all the thumbnails of Brennan going like, you know the one. Like, it's fucking everywhere. Or it's like Brennan Lee Mulligan, Matt Mercer. If I could ever somehow be in the likes of that group of people, then I know I've made it. Am I ever going to? Fucking hell no, are you kidding? But that's what I'm gonna strive to be. My characters have a track record of dying in silly ways. Have I ever... I guess I've had a character die, but that wasn't necessarily D&D. It was actually our good old pal Leonid Vladov that killed that character off in something that he was running. I cannot break free from the sarcastic smart characters. Oh, I love playing characters that will just fucking yell at the party. I love playing the straight man in bits. Because the party, they always have a sort of chaotic energy to them. No matter what, there is, like, they're going to be at least a little unhinged, no matter how serious they try to play. And I like to play off of that by like bringing that to the attention like of the NPCs and just seeing how they would react. My worst character death was getting smoked by the party paladin because he thought I was a doppelganger. I think you mentioned that story to me briefly, but that's incredible. That's a good story. Only paladin I played died to burning hands at the first boss. Oh damn. Yeah. Oh, I played a paladin not too long ago in a two-shot, and this paladin is what introduced me to my love of playing like himbos. He was a sort of like he was a sort of a redneck himbo, but also nobility. He just treated himself like he was a redneck himbo. Because he was in this setting, it was very, very like based off of real world medieval feudalism, and he was the first son of a powerful noble, so he was set to inherit a lot of land and was, you know, quite valuable to the family. But he was also really, really stupid. He was terrible at actually running his land, about learning all the stuff he needed to. He was very likable, and he was very good at dueling. His favorite thing was to take up a rapier and duel his friends. And his younger brother, who was quite, book smart and maybe a little conniving, was like, oh, hey, his name was Jan Valise. And it's like, hey, my big brother Jan, you should totally go against father's wishes of you staying here, and because father, he's like not doing what nobles should do and protect the people and help people out. Like he's breaking the social contract. So you should totally like go out and duel people, and yeah, you should go do that and bring honor to our family name. And Jan, being Jan, was like, oh, absolutely, I shall in my family's name take upon this duty and smite those that would oppose the realm and bring honor to the Valise name. So, so that was just such a fun character. He was an Oath of the Crown Paladin, whose oath was literally the social contract of feudalism itself, saying, as I am a noble, I must fulfill my duty as your, patriarchal protector, and I will do so, rapier in one hand, shield in the other, with the power of God by my side. Oh, such a fun character. Alright, let me actually catch up on chat. I once had a character that was deathly afraid of animals. Another party member was a centaur. That's fun. That's a fun dynamic. I pretended to play good aligned priest. We had a doppelganger arc, split up, and when we got back together, he used detect evil on me. The player and character didn't know character was evil the whole time, so assumed, I see. I once died in order to have chain lightning bounce to all the enemies. I would have survived, but he rolled a nat 20, so that's just really unfortunate fucking luck. Rough. Yet to survive a whole campaign of the 3 I've played. The curse is that bad? Yikes. See, I don't think I've ever been a player in a long-term campaign. I've run long campaigns, but I've never actually been a player in one. I've been a player in one-shots, but 2 of my friends, now that my large campaign is over, 2 of my friends are like, oh, I'm gonna take up the DMing mantle next. I'm working on a project. So I'm like, oh, fucking, yeah, I DM'd you for 9 years. It's my turn to sit back and be a player. Fuck yeah. Oh, speaking of Brennan Lee Mulligan, going back to that, I actually had a very funny moment at work literally today, where I was telling one of my bosses, not the typical detective boss I talked about, we'll call this person, let's come up with a new, we'll expand the Osian lore. This is, we'll call them the Commissioner. So, the Commissioner, they, I was talking to them, and I mentioned, oh yeah, I've been, I play D&D, and they were like, oh, if you're into D&D, have you played a game called Blood on the Clock Tower? I was like, no, but I think I've heard of it. Tell me about it. And they're like, yeah, well, I really like it. It's really cool. And they stopped for a moment and they asked me, have you ever heard of Dropout? And I got to bond with the commissioner over being like, oh, what do you mean? Fuck yeah, I know what Dropout is. I have a Dropout subscription. To which they proceeded to say, Vic Michaelis, the love of my life. So that was just really fun to bond with the commissioner about Dropout for a little bit. Not something I expected out of today whenever I went into detective duties. I was the only member of a party that survived a one-shot because he convinced the enemy that he wasn't with the others. They'd cast Fireball and off his whole family. And you managed to convince him? The fuck? You know what? Like, oh yeah, that Fireball, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. You know what? Kudos to you for being the for having a high deception modifier. Only other D&D I've played was DMing one, and I gave a player the Wabbajack mention? Tamriel Elder Scrolls mention? Please tell me the Wabbajack just rolled on the fucking, what is it, Wild Magic table. Vic Michaelis do be awesome, so funny. You know, I get it. If I were to be parasocial and be like, someone is, a Dropout member is the love of my life, Vic Michaelis, not the worst option. But I could never be parasocial. Couldn't be me. I actually don't think I'm parasocial with anyone. Oh my lord, I just got more art, and it looks incredible. Oh my goodness. Oh my lord. I'm working on an Elder Scrolls adventure. Is this adventure... Oh wait, is our music about to go out? I think it is. No, it's coming back. Is this adventure perchance going to be online and something that I could join? No is a valid answer. Please crush my dreams now. But you fucking know, if somebody ever hit me up and said, oh, Tamriel adventure, I've thought about that so many times. I've got like 5 characters lined up for that kind of thing. Whatever the party needs, I can fucking fill that slot. I don't know. No nerds allowed. Yes, I will. No nerds allowed? I'm fine then. I can never be a nerd. Nerds play like Warhammer, and I can never play Warhammer. I don't know how, after all. But we said during the Oblivion Crisis. You know I love me some Oblivion, so... dude, I'm getting like giddy thinking about it. Buddy, you're a VTuber? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just a detective. Bro, you already have like 1K thing on your task list. You're gonna add another? You know... Yeah, you're right. You're right. I should... It's fine. It's fine. Look, I keep myself occupied at, like, all times. And I like it that way. At some point, I had to come to terms with the fact that I am an extrovert. Cheers. Like, I am an extrovert. Like, or am I just a really social introvert? Because, like, yeah, no, I'm an extrovert, surprisingly enough, which I did not expect out of me, like, especially in my younger years. I think if I'm taking the, 16 personalities test, I'm an ENFP. I'll start putting that in my Twitter bio, like, OMG, guys, I'm a, what's my zodiac sign? A Libra? Question mark? OMG, guys, I'm a Libra, and I'm an ENFP. very sociable introvert. Sorry, you're an extrovert. Excuse me. That's an extrovert. Let's see. I'm seeing. Okay. I should probably respond to this. Here, I've decided, the behind the scenes folks, you get to see the art that I was just sent for one of the NPCs. Or like the current, state of the art. All right. Dude, it's just so good. It's so fucking peak, y'all. I have to send another message. All right, there we go. I'm getting giddy again. Yippee, yippee. And I have to start practicing some voices. So, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna practice voices right now. You guys are gonna hear me going through the voice creation process. So, one character, I know... Okay. I'm gonna work to getting their voice by going step by step, the things that I want. First of all, feminine voice for this character. So I'm gonna go up a lot more up here. I'm gonna go very feminine with my voice. And then I wanna drop it a little bit. I want a sort of mature sound to this voice. It should be a sort of mature feminine voice. And then after that, I would like a little bit of an accent, maybe something along the lines of this. I think that would be a really good voice for this particular character. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn the music down just a little bit. Alright, there we go. I think I'm going to go ahead and practice by talking in this voice for a little bit. And so that way I can really... A sexy Irish woman, please, please, please. Actually, Sarah, would you like to go ahead and see what this character sound or looks like? I'll go ahead. Since we're all buddy, I can go ahead and show you this character. All right, let me go ahead and share what she looks like to ya. Ha! I just got a very funny message. All right, so let me go ahead and find them. There we are. So let me see. I'm gonna send that. There you are. And this is just the current state of their art. So it's probably going to get a little bit more at some point. Or, you know, it'll be a little bit more polished. But there you are. Alright, I see you're typing. Oh, yes, okay. And so... we've got one of the characters. I think that this is definitely going to be a good voice for her. I do think she should sound a little bit more lively though, so maybe a little bit less mature. But I'm kind of losing the feminine touch as well. I think a lot of that's going to be found in the cadence as well. Is going to be how I add that sort of feminine touch. And then another character should also have a similar voice, but this one is male and is, for lack of a better term, nerd twink. So I think we have to... No, not too feminine. So I have to keep a sort of masculine sound, but a little bit higher up, I think, in my register. I didn't know I was in your campaign. And I think if I go ahead and do a little bit of a voice like this, I think that's distinct enough that you can tell, but it's still a similar enough voice. Wasn't expecting to go from Irish woman to nerd twink. Well, this is an Irish nerd twink, actually. So, because these two characters happen to be mother and son, actually. So this is the Irish woman's son. I think this is going to be a good voice for him. And now I have to be able to practice going in between these characters. So this one sounds a lot more lively. There's a little bit of a growl to it. And it's almost got a little bit of nasaliness to it. And then I go a little bit lower. And I'm slowly, I think a voice like this sounds pretty good. Okay, no, we're getting somewhere. Those are distinct enough, I feel. And now the last character. I want this character to have almost a voice that makes you think, I want to strangle this guy. Why are you so good at sounding Irish? I've got a lot of practice with the DMing, I think. And now I'm going to... For this character, they should have a voice that makes you want to strangle them, but I also think I want them to be a dwarf. So, I think to start with, I'm gonna start up here. But then I have to add a little bit of that dwarvenness to it. And here we are. I think this will be the last character's voice. And I'm going to be just a complete arrogant asshole. Somebody who you really just do not want to like. This voice is also going to absolutely destroy my voice. I can already tell. And, oh, what was my plan for naming this character? I think it was... Let me make sure this isn't a name that isn't being used by something else. It absolutely is. That's very unfortunate for me. I love it. I think a name like... And I'll go ahead and reveal this character's name. Time to put throat lube on your throat. Is throat lube a thing? Oh, I guess for sexual purposes, that's probably a thing. Anyways, I think a name like Jaskiel van... I am Jaskiel Vandar. I think that's gonna be his name. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and... let's see, I'm gonna make a channel called Character Names. Jaskiel Vandar. Vandar. So, Jaskiel Vandar, the finest silk merchant of all the lands. He is going to be short, even for a dwarf. A very wide, short fellow with a rotund belly and a brilliant, long, gray beard that's braided all across in such a way that comes across as trying a little too hard to look exquisite. And he's dressed in bright blue clothing with a hat with a bright red feather. I think that's a good description. That gets the point across. And actually, for Jaskiel specifically, I went ahead and I haven't asked any artists for art because I am gonna draw the art myself for him. It's gonna be in my crown style for him. Because fuck it, I think that's funny to do. That Jaskiel specifically gets the shitty art. Okay, yeah, no, I think we're getting somewhere. I've got more names to make, but I'm probably gonna do the remainder of that stuff off screen, like off stream. Is there anybody, like anything else I really need to do right now? I need to find the rest of the music. I have 5 out of the 8 tracks I need. I've made all the important names. I do need a few more names. I've got most of the battle maps. Everyone else is gorgeous and perfect, and he's a crown monster. No, exactly. That's very intentionally done. Someday I'll get art of him. Not anytime soon. I've got to let Yaskiel sink in as just a piece of shit that you don't want to like, and this is one way that I'm doing that. Is there anything else I really want to do on stream right now? I don't think so. I think everything else is going to happen off stream. Which means we probably won't stream for that much longer, actually. Imagine Osian on the floor with a piece of paper and crowns everywhere drawing Yaski. Yeah, I'll draw it physically, and then... Yeah, I'll physically draw the character and then just take a picture of it with my phone. Alright, I'm gonna quickly go to the voices now. I'm Yaskiel Vendar. I don't know. I'm a piece of shit. Anyways, and my name is... I'm not going to actually say my name quite yet. I've gotten quite British in the way that I'm talking. So I've got to go a little bit more Irish now. I've definitely lost it a little bit, but I'm getting better. And then I can also go over back to this voice. I think that I've nailed this voice quite a lot. It's quite easy for me to get into this voice. But as this voice, the one that's a little bit deeper, a little more masculine, and it's got that twinkish flair to it that I'm definitely struggling with a lot. The Yaskiel voice, this one's not hard at all. And so let me go ahead and practice this one a little bit more. I think I'm definitely getting the hang of it. So I should have no problem embodying this character. Let me actually go ahead, now that I've got art for this character, let me see and like stare lovingly into his eyes and see if I think it matches. So let me find this character, and yeah, I think something like this can work. Alright, we're doing it. It's gonna fucking happen. We've practicing twink voice. We finally broken. You know what? I refuse to say what I'm going to. And in fact, I think we're going to go ahead and find someone to send you all to, because I am content with the work that I've done on stream. And it's nice to remind you guys that, yeah, I exist, I'm alive, and this shit is happening. And I'll leave you all with one last little teaser, so to speak. On the day of the D&D stuff, I'm going to be reposting a little something. It's going to be a very cryptic message, but there will be something on Saturday that you should look out for, and I'm probably going to see if the other players can also repost it. But yes, expect more news about the D&D campaign very, very soon. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and bid you all farewell. Have a fantastic evening, everybody. Let's find somebody to raid into. Let me see who is online. Is this person's first time streaming in a while? I feel like I haven't seen them stream in a long time. See, there's this person I'm looking at who I'd want to stream into, or like raid into, but only if this isn't their first stream in a while. Oh, it absolutely is. Is that like too weird to like raid into them? No, I might do it anyways. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and raid into a little indie that I like. And I'm gonna hope that I don't come across as weird. Not really. If anything, it'll help them algorithmically. Okay. Thank you for giving me the push I need. Thank you all so much. Have a fantastic evening. Expect to hear more D&D news soon, but for now, let's go ahead and consider this case closed. Have a fantastic night, y'all, and thanks for joining for this little late stream.